What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan from the channel Somewhat United with Nathan. About to give you my review of yesterday's match between Manchester United and Brighton and Hove Albion. We won 3-2, and that's the only positive outcome out of the game. I was not happy with the game. We looked tired. We looked lethargic in midfield. Didn't look good. The game was really bad. We edged out a win through some ridiculous new rule because of VAR. I mean, the Manchester United fan in me wants to celebrate, but let's be real. That was a terrible game by us, okay? Terrible game. I want to start off by saying the only positive to take from this game is we got 3 points, and we needed those 3 points very badly. And apart from that, there were no positives because at the end of the day, we have the better 11. We have the better 11, but doesn't matter because we just edged through. As I said it when I did my Premier League review of the predictions, I said Connolly and Maupay are going to be tough. They were tough. They made our centre backs look really slow, which our centre backs are slow, but I'm going to address that in a bit. They were a tough team as usual. They're very well drilled, and Graham Potter might as well be Harry Potter because he used that wand and he made our defense look like crap. Absolute crap. Harry Maguire, 80 million pounds my ass. He's absolute shit. Okay, let's be honest. Victor Lindelof gave away 3 goals in the last game, but where was Harry Maguire? Last time I checked, this was a centre-back partnership. 2 people. Victor Lindelof is the Iceman. I don't care if he's an icicle. Where is Harry Maguire, that jolly red giant of us? 80 million pounds in the drain. What was the point of him? He's not that much better than Lindelof. He is not that much better than Lindelof. I don't care what anyone says. Lindelof was what? 30 million? He's 80 million. He's not 50 million better than Victor Lindelof. Okay? People might disagree. People are on this new signing thing. Yes, he is our captain. I don't even know how he's our captain. Bruno Fernandes is clearly the captain of our team. He's the one abusing everyone when they make a mistake. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's because he's English and it's because he's a new signing. There's a giant C on his arm, and that C doesn't even stand for captain. It's absolute joke. I don't understand what's going on here. Everyone's happy about Alex Telles coming in possibly because they're trying to get rid of Luke Shaw. Guess who played well yesterday? Luke Shaw. Jose Mourinho absolutely shattered his confidence when he was after his long-term injury. Absolutely shattered his confidence. When you need a helping hand, Jose Mourinho is the last coach you want coaching you as a professional player. He's absolutely a cynical man. Luke Shaw was world class under Louis van Gaal before he broke his leg. Everyone will tell you that. Anyone can tell you that. He was bombing down the left flank the whole time before. After his injury, he needed confidence. He never got that confidence. He was called fat. He was belittled in the media, in press conferences. This is what you get. You get a player with no confidence because no one believes in him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer believes in him. He keeps playing him. He keeps playing him as long as he's fit. He's going to be played back into form. He whizzed past 3 guys on one run. He runs past Rashford every time, and Rashford doesn't even play him on when he's open. Rashford is making terrible decisions. Yes, he got a goal. The goal was world class, but he was not present in the game yesterday. He was not. I like Rashford. He's a Mancunian youth. Okay, people would love Rashford, but at the end of the day, the performance is not there. He had a world class goal. That's great. But he missed so many runs Luke Shaw was making. And then Luke Shaw gets a lot of stick because he doesn't have a final ball into the box. But if you don't let him cross the ball when he's making runs to at least try and get a good ball in, he's not going to make those crosses because the opportunity won't be had to make a cross. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been not good. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a right back. He was constantly left open because Greenwood wasn't there defending his right flank. The ball was going over our right side. It was being whipped in constantly, time and time again. Solly March, thank God his finishing is absolute crap. He might as well be a seagull because he was hitting the ball in the air. The ball was flying. We got so lucky time and time again. Our right flank was being opened time and time again because Aaron Wan-Bissaka was pulling in as the cross was coming in from the opposite side to defend the ball behind the post. And there was no defense. Mason Greenwood was not pulling back enough. Everyone is tired. Everyone is short of confidence. Everyone is fatigued from this season. This is a unique season because of the pandemic. A very unique season. And this has been a big problem for us because we have not had enough time to get fit again after our break. We have not had enough time. They all look tired. Paul Pogba is missing 5 and 10 yard passes. He's a World Cup winner. This should not happen. He's missing 5-10 yard passes. He's looking tired. He just got done with COVID. This is a problem for us. We should be playing Donny van de Beek. He's fresh. He's had 5 months off. The Eredivisie shut down and they stopped playing during the pandemic. They did not restart. He's a fresh player. They should play him in. That is Solskjaer's fault. Martial had nothing to do with the ball today. He was basically a passerby. He looked like he was waiting for the bus sometimes. He had nothing to do. Nothing to do. He had no chances up front because everyone was as shambles at the back and in the midfield. I felt really bad for him because he's our star. Mason Greenwood is a young player. He's there. He's going to make mistakes a lot. He's playing out of position. It's going to be a very difficult time for him until he gets to play in the position he wants. He's doing the best he can, but he doesn't have the defensive abilities like a Dan James who will always run up and down every time. But now it seems like we're going to sell in Dan James because we can't sell any of the other crap players we have like Marcus Rojo and Andreas Pereira and all these so on and so forth, Juan Mata. We can't sell any of them because we have paid them so much money in wages per week. No team can afford them. So this is the problem we've had now. Not happy, we have to go again. And disappointing performance. The Red Devils looked like tomato sauce. They were absolutely flat and tasteless. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. We need more spiciness. We need to be like a chili sauce. We need to be spicy, dynamic. We need to be hot. We need to play aggressive football because that is the Manchester United way. This way of playing football where we look lost and we look like we're all looking at each other like we are asking for a lift from a taxi. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. So yeah, that's my review of the game. And on a side note, all the Manchester United fans, we want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out. Remember, he's one of us. He's given his life to this club. He's given his body to this club. Literally had to retire hurt because his body couldn't take it anymore. He retired at this club. He did his coaching badges at this club. He trains the under 21s at this club. The Glazers are not supporting him. Okay, these players have been there under 4 coaches and they've never looked as revitalized as they looked for the last 18-24 months. There's a reason for that. It's because he's trying to get the best out of what he's got. The Glazers are taking out dividends from our club. They are only top 6 team owners that are taking money out of the club and saying they can't buy Jadon Sancho. They are haggling about 4 million for Alex Telles, who's a world-class left back. We need backup players for our team. Our players look like they've been running through deep mud. They're looking tired by the first half of the game. We need backup. The Glazers need to go out. It should be hashtag Glazers out, not hashtag Ollie out. Remember that. He is one of us. You all can say whatever you all want about him, but he's one of us. He's trained the under 21s in this group. There are some of those players here playing today. Remember that. Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, I believe, they all trained under him when he was the under 21s coach. Give him some respect. He is not the most tactical coach we have, yes, but these players have played under coaches with better tactical nous. David Moyes, who had a long tenureship at Everton, you could say he's a good coach. Louis van Gaal, world-class coach. Jose Mourinho, world-class coach. These players weren't acting under them, okay, because they could not relate to the United way. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can relate to the United way. He is United. He's like one of us. He is a fan first. He's grown up seeing this club first. We have to support him. Please, I urge you all not to do the Ole out thing on social media. Please do Glazers out. We need them out. They are the common denominator which makes our team shit. Shit. Our team's never been shit for a long time. Our team is shit. We don't have the backup. We need money to support our coach. Our coach cannot do it on his own. He's not as experienced as a Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola. If you all are United fans, I know this is a new channel. I know I don't have many subscribers. If you know someone who's a United fan, please share this. Please get the word out. Hashtag Glazers out, not Ollie out. Ollie in. all the way. Sancho in, Ole in. No more. Glazers, you have to fight the Glazers, or they're just going to strip our club for whatever value it has left, and we're going to be nothing. Okay, we're going to be a championship team by the time they are done with it. If you all don't do something, if you all want to act out, hashtag Glazers out. Thank you.